golden hills, medieval walled towns, and hidden vineyards, join us on a breathtaking fall road trip through the heart of Tuscany. We're Kathy and Derek, full-time travelers in our 50s, traveling the world since July of 2024 and bringing you our experiences so you can also build the life of your dreams. Derek and I were so excited for this road trip. It had been at least 9 years since we had gone to Tuscany, and we had such a great time the last time we were there. Lucca. First stop on the journey. Lucca was made a Roman state in 180 BC, but it was brought into the Italian kingdom in 1860. So for context, that's right before the United States had its Civil War. Cheers, love.
Cheers, darling. All right, so we just navigated into the walled center of Lucca. Found a parking spot, which we're lucky for because it's pretty tight in here. Fortunately, we got a nice little compact car. And we're at this really neat, fun, decorated restaurant. It's been about 10 years since we've been to Tuscany, and it happens to be our anniversary weekend. So we're starting off with a little Prosecco and a nice meal before we go explore the city.
Okay, just a little side note, this grilled pork turned out to be this is like the best, don't tell my Uncle Mike, this turned out to be like the best grilled pork of my life. Oh my God. I don't know what they put in this, but it's so good.
So witty. We just got done walking through some of the really narrow streets here, which are really neat and very historical. But there's a neat kind of juxtaposition with really modern shops as well. So it's kind of a neat mashup. It's a stramp. Okay, town number 2 in Tuscany, San Gimignano. It's a medieval town on the top of a hill, one of these old walled cities. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's known for its towers. It's got like 12 historic towers that were used for, defensive purposes back in the day. And then on the food front, it's the first Italian wine and the first Italian white wine to receive its DOC status. So, you know what we're drinking tonight. Vernaccia di San Gimignano. San Gimignano.
The first order of business whenever we get to a new town is finding our Airbnb. So here's us looking for it. How cute. Standing in front of this beautiful window at Il Nido di Anna, which is the little hotel we're staying in right inside Gimignano, and we're going to go get some dinner now. So we'll see. The town is supposed to be very magical at night. Since it was early, we popped into this shop for an aperitivo. Ooh, that's good. It's a first sip of vernaccia. That was so awesome. She gave us so much wine. She gave us 2 different vernaccias.
Some Sangiovese for each of us.
And then a red blend that was Sangiovese and Merlot.
Yeah.
But one reserve. And each time she gave us like the non-reserve and the reserve. And
it was all based on a coupon from the woman who we're staying with at
Il
our
Nido
hotel.
di Anna,
Yeah.
so you get a free aperitivi, which normally is not that great, so you don't run over, but we ran across it, so I was like, oh, let's check it out. She's so great. I'm so glad we did.
We ended up with 3 glasses of wine each, and a bunch of pecorino and salami.
And then we just bought
so we decided to buy
a little bit of pecorino.
Pecorino, €16. We got
pistachio pecorino.
We got a big old wheel of pecorino.
For the win. Okay, so we're getting ready to go to bed, and we just wanted to give you a couple of our observations about San Gimignano. Really enjoyed our evening here. The first thing I would say that we've noticed is they close down really early. It's a very early town, so everything you hear about Italians stay up late, not here. By like 9 o'clock, we were so lucky to find a little bit of dessert.
Yeah, we found one spot that had the best tiramisu in town, and it was really good. It was just a light in the distance amongst all these closed shops. But our favorite stop was the first place we went for the wine and cheese. That was most enjoyable and tasty. And we're excited to explore in the daylight in the morning a little bit more and look down to the fields below. It's going to be really gorgeous.
Yeah, so we'll see you in the morning. So many beautiful tempting things in a cafe.
We were early risers today. We got up around 7 and just kind of walked around the city. And it's beautiful in all directions, especially as the sun's rising and you're looking down on the vineyards. One of the neat spots that we saw towards the end was Parco della Rocca. And it's got a little viewpoint that looks over the vineyards, and it's got like some of the old walls with the little views of where the bows and arrows used to kind of peek through the crack. So it was really neat.
Behind me right here is Monteriggioni, which was built by the Sienese in 1214 to 1219 as a first line of defense since Siena was a city-state. And it features in Dante's allegory, which is really cool.
back in the car now, and we're heading to a winery in Montalcino, which is really well known for its Brunello de Montalcino.
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone.
Look at those beauties.
So we were lucky to find this awesome picnic bench table. It's like super big old slab of wood, and it's just beautiful. And we're gonna have a picnic out here. Before we go wine tasting, we're gonna get our stomach all set with all kinds of goodies that we've gotten along the way. We got some pecorino yesterday at San Gimignano.
We're still struggling with that name.
And we found a cute little market along the way today where we got this super fresh baguette and these artichoke hearts and some sliced meats. And we're gonna piece it all together into a really nice, tasty treat out here in the middle of the fields in Tuscany.
Look at this. This is the mortadella, and then underneath we got some of the locally made salami. Look at those beautiful pistachios in that salami. Ooh.
The guy at this cute little local market cut the bread up for us, sliced these meats for us. Got those artichoke hearts out of a big old beautiful jar. And it's all local ingredients.
That's gonna be so good. I'm gonna do the first taste test. Look at that artichoke. Oh my God. Wow.
You don't have to be smart. No need to dress up for me to see that you're a good man. You're a good man, a real good man. When the wind blows and the windows are closing, you let the world know that what has been has been. There's no use in looking back.
So the first wine she gave to us is a very old grape, originally from this region, but very few people grow it. It's called Cilingolo, and it's the wine itself they named after her grandfather, Gino. So we're gonna try that. They even make their own olive oil here. It's so amazing. And she's the granddaughter.
We're just talking to the woman who grew up here on this little house down the hill, and her grandfather is the namesake for the wine we're drinking. And we were talking about how they have 300-meter level vineyards down below and 600-meter up above. And as things are getting warmer over the years, in the beginning, probably about 100 years ago, the lower level vineyards were producing the better wine, and it was a difference between the sugars and the acids. And as it's been warming, it's now the higher elevations, because of the microclimate being different, are producing the better wines. So that was an interesting little story she shared on that. This down here is the family house where the woman who's serving us grew up. Her parents still live there. She now lives in Montalcino. This field here is one of the 600-meter high fields. It's now they're better producing, and just harvested last week. We're here October 10th right now because it's our anniversary. And she said just last week they harvested this field. So it's fun to be here when the business is happening. Carbon dioxide is what we're seeing bubble.
This one is our fermentation cellar. Right now, the sugar are changing into alcohol. For this one, we use the colmatore. Colmatore, it was invented by Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Leonardo was a genius.
Yeah. Of many things.
Yeah. This part we call the airlock.
Okay.
Because the air doesn't get in.
Ah.
But the gas, the bubble, goes
Can
out.
get out.
Yeah,
It's
wonderful.
ingenious. And it's still used the same way.
Yeah.
Good old Leonardo. Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Big
Very beautiful. Yes, can you
clumps.
see very big?
Yeah, look how big they are.
Yeah. In Montalcino, it's called the Sangiovese Grosso. Grosso, it means big.
Big. Has your family always made the same wines?
The same.
Always the same wines.
We are very classy.
Yeah.
This is the bottling machine. There it goes. Here is Gino.
And so, after a beautiful visit to the Torinese vineyard, we were on our way. Tired. Oh gosh, but it's gorgeous out, so we'll show you around this hotel this morning.
Yeah. So when we were doing our wine tasting yesterday, our host shared with us that they're going to harvest their olive fields tomorrow. And you can definitely see that this is happening around the region. It's time to harvest. And all these guys.
I feel so lucky to have found this hotel. It's on the border between Umbria and Tuscany. I think Derek told you it's our anniversary weekend. So normally we're not picky about hotels, but we wanted something kind of romantic. This place is gorgeous. It's definitely got a luxury vibe. It's about 25 minutes outside of Montepulciano. That's an issue if people are only going for a very, very short time or have never been before maybe, but otherwise, I mean, it's a really nice, and we ate at the restaurant last night and it was delicious. They're very focused on you because there's only a few tables of people because it's the people at the hotel. So highly recommend if you're looking for something special and romantic, and also the grounds are just gorgeous. This is where I'm staying for the rest of the day. You can just bring me my steak of Fiorentina out here.
So they haven't harvested here yet.
has like a, almost tastes like wine already. Really tart skin and really sweet, juicy. We've decided to go back to the room and get our books and drinks and come back to the pool. Oh God, I love that. So this Tuscany trip would not have been possible without this cutest little Fiat 600 that we rented through discovercars.com. It's just the perfect little vehicle for finding parking spaces, for being able to go up and down those little hills and those narrow historical streets in Tuscany.
Yeah, and so discovercars.com is perfect for renting cars around the world because you're certainly not going to be familiar with all the different providers in all these different locations around the world. And discovercars.com acts as a broker, and they have 1,000 providers around the world. They have a great platform that gets amazing reviews, and it ranks the different providers. And so you can sort by like high quality, medium quality, low quality providers. And then you can sort by all the different car types you want and everything. So it's a joy for us to use. And it's a great, and you get great prices as well. By the way, if you want to support the channel, please use the link in our description for discovercars.com. It doesn't cost anything extra to you, and we really appreciate it. So we just parked, and we're heading into Montepulciano. This was our favorite city in Tuscany that we visited when we did a similar road trip about 9 years ago.
I'm getting my bistecca alla Fiorentina. Bistecca alla Fiorentina is one of the most famous Tuscan dishes. It's a bone-in grilled steak, typically weighing about 1 kilogram, which is 2.2 pounds. This is so good. We already like pecorino, but melted with honey and walnuts. It's insane. It's like another thing.
So I'm drinking the Montepulciano Reserve. It's supposed to pair quite well with the big old steak like what we're going to eat.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Oh. È bella.
Anything more bread?
Sure, yes,
grazie.
Very good. Derek was asking me because I said I just got one of the best bites. It's really when you get one of those crispy caramelized edges. It's like a combination of the meat and the fat, and it's crispy and a little bit salty and rich. The best. We're about to go on a wine cellar tour. We do not know if this is the same wine cellar we went into before. It was so awesome, like 9 years ago, but we just wandered in and it wasn't crowded. Now it's crowded.
First of all, guys, welcome to the Underground City. My name is Alessandra and I will be your guide for today. And for the first room, we are in the aging room for the Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. And I wanted to show you these kind of barrels because you can see obviously it's a different size, it's more bigger. But also you can see from the color of them that those ones are newer than the other ones. Just because the Croatian oak can last 30 years. But as I told you, the one is to stay inside for minimum 2 years. Minimum also 1 year in the bottle, okay, before selling that. Otherwise, we also have the reserve at age 1 year extra in another kind of barrel.
Okay, like Montalcino or Barbera di Montalcino is 5 years. So even if they hold it in the cask a certain time, then they have to hold it in a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, different.
For the Brunello, it's minimum 3 years in the oak barrels and then 2 years in the bottle.
Yes.
So.
This wine cellar tour was actually free, and even if you don't feel like buying a bottle of wine, it's worth going because you learn quite a bit, and they give out a little bit of snacks and nice pours to try the wines after the tour. We just checked out of the hotel and now we are driving on to Volterra, which is about an hour and 45 minutes. So it should be a beautiful drive.
Okay, there she is. Last but not least, a true mountaintop town called Volterra. It's been continuously inhabited since before the 8th century BC. And one of its most notable points of interest is a Roman amphitheater that was just discovered in 2015.
We didn't stay the night in Volterra, but I think next time we come, we probably will. We loved the layout of the town, the number of shops, the level of activity, and they had some great restaurants. We only ate at one restaurant, but we could tell there would be a lot of choices. For continuous habitation since 800 BC, we can see why, because Volterra seems to have taken the entire ridge line, and so they're pretty much impenetrable. They set up a situation where they could defend it from all sides, and it's one of the cooler towns we've seen.
And it's also really high compared to a lot of the other towns in Tuscany. So they probably had lookouts on all the little surrounding peaks. And
it's between 1,300 and 1,400 feet of elevation, which is pretty high for Italy.